Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tour de France 24, episode number 41. We're still at our first big race of the year, Paris-Nice, and it's stage number 6 of 8 now. I am in the leader's jersey. This is looking like one of those comfortable opportunities for us. Still chasing down the breakaway. They only have a 1-minute advantage, though. We've got 25 kilometers to go, but only a couple climbs and really one climb. Just a little up, down, up, down. There is a slight hill towards the finish line, though, but the descent will allow you to cover. So if you're solo, you can absolutely get there on your own.
The Angliru, Hugh Carthy is a solid climber.
So as we come up on the base of that climb, and 21k left, and it's going to take us a good 10k to reach the top of this thing. My full team is intact, but the peloton is less than half its original strength. Just 65 riders remain. Cockard has finally made it to the front,
since the average percentage is 13%.
Riders are assigned to protect. And we are focusing on the bigger climbers for this one, and we're into the climb itself. Still that minute to go. Riders starting to drop out the back, and big effort. In fact, I think I'm going to take control here.
Last time
this is one of those times where you want to work your way forward, especially once you get past that, or through this steepest sector anyway. Wow, look how fast Cockard's going back. 11 riders are clear, but I don't see it. Oh, that's the break. That's the break. I'm getting held up by other riders. I keep coming into the back of them, and we're going to gel up at the moment. We've gotten through the steepest portion. We're in a strong position here.
He can no longer be caught today. The gap is growing. Don't worry.
This is not the end of the climb. There's a secondary portion to it. Front group splits up. We've dropped about 10 riders from our group. Let's check in on how that's all going. And by the way, speaking of, now it's a perfect time for these guys to gel up. Get Matthews on protecting me.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
I need to recover for this section.
He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better
using the momentum, and it feels like now's the time to escape right off front. And I've done exactly that. I need to tell my team to stop working, though.
It will be played out in Vence.
Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey.
Alright, so I've already gained 10 seconds of separation. And we're just going to climb like flat out from here.
Whatever happens.
Okay, we've got some more red bars, so let's again attack. I'll get recovery on the descent, so I really just can go as hard as I can manage to kind of go. 5k from the sprint point. That's over the top of it. And I am now 36 seconds ahead of the peloton. I'm very much outpacing these guys. Zimmerman able to keep up, though. He's having to go pretty deep to do so. Not sure if he can hang on long term. And no, I dropped Zimmerman. Catching the next two. There's 3 more riders right at the crest. Stage is not a guarantee, but I'm nearly a minute ahead of the peloton now. And we begin to crest. There's going to be some seconds available here. 26 seconds to chase these guys. But I'm not getting a good descent to be able to gain that way just yet. And right at a minute ahead of the peloton. Just shrinking. These guys might... Oh, there's 3 of them anyway. There's the 6-4 in 2 seconds. I don't gain any time that way. But I'm going to gain a minute the other way. And we're going to finally get into the descent where I've got a chance to actually catch these guys by doing this. descender. The gap 29 though. Okay, it's not steep through here, so we're just gonna ride. Got a decent amount of red bar back. Still pulling these other two along. And the peloton is definitely coming back my direction.
The breakaway's managing to hold off the
23
peloton.
seconds closer.
The gap seems to have stabilized.
Supposedly this is a descent. Clearly it's not. It's only 2%. It will get steeper here again in a moment, but this is making it a little harder to catch those guys. And backpedaling. Caruso. Oh, I've been caught. I've been caught right at the base. Okay, we're going to attack early. 2K. Still have something left in the tank. I got 10 seconds already and closed up on these three very quickly. There's the 1K banner.
Last kilometer. It will be decided in the sprint.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. They're starting their sprint. I'm out of red bar. I'm out of red bar. I'm not going to win this thing. Or am I? Or am I? Oh, Zana. I came through. Got the win. Only a few seconds gained, but it's another win. I overtake Kras, Zana, Carthy just before the line. Take the win. 10-second time bonus. 7 seconds to Roglic, Pogačar, Vingegaard, and a small group of chasers. 14 to a larger group. And it actually splits multiple times from there. So with the GC, I now have a 59-second advantage, which is good. Right now, it's still losing the overall at the end of this race. 2 stages left. One is a mountain stage. We're going to need to perform there and stretch this advantage because the other one is a time trial, and I'm not a good enough time trialer. I would suspect a 1-minute advantage would not be sufficient to take the overall. 2 minutes, sure, but I could easily drop down to 6th or 7th right now if we were onto that time trial. So we're going to have a good mountain stage as well. Not necessarily to win, but to stretch the advantage over pretty much everybody besides, like Vingegaard in the top 6. Vingegaard, I would have to cross the line with type thing. Second in the KOM, 2 points behind, but with a big mountain stage coming, I might win that one as well. I am well ahead in the points. I've got the young riders by a minute, and we still have the team classification, so pretty decent chance to take a whole lot of jerseys from this race. And up to 218 points individually in the Pro Cycling rankings right now. 266 as a team, comfortably number 1. Second climb of the day on this Queen stage. There's going to be 5 climbs in all. This is the second steepest of them, though. This is the one where, because we have a feed zone right after, I will use gels on anybody who needs it to make the climb. We'll start with the 3 sprinters. Need to turn to Vine here for his as well. Everybody's made it. Peloton's already inside 80 riders. We are 6 minutes behind the break, though. The break's all split up. 23 at the front is a lot of riders, and 6 minutes is a pretty healthy gap. But with a lot of climbing to do, this field will become very stretched. And what just happened? I'm in a separated group up the road. Okay, it's back together with 49 riders now. I'm like at the very back of the group that just split off from the front group. Let's tell Cockard to ride. And I'm going to take control for a little bit here.
On the relay. When going
We are
downhill,
coming up on the feed zone. These guys are working for Pidcock to help out, so that's good. Did we go through the feed zone yet? No. Let's go ahead and use my gel and Bernal's.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Stop.
Okay, I'll consume
And
a
it's
feed.
full. Okay.
Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have team comm.
Okay, it's back together. 50 riders. That was weird, considering I have an A+ agility. Earlier in the stage, it did the same thing, where I just suddenly rode to the back, which was very out of character. Not used to seeing that in the game. But we are on a Cat 2 right now, and it's steep. Gap to the front's down to 5 minutes. Cockard's already needing his gel.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
send
consume a
him to
feed.
use his now. 2.5K from the top. I might have to use others. Cockard gets dropped. I need to put somebody else in charge of the chase. Let's go with Groves now. Let's also tell Groves to use his gel.
I'll make a big effort on the reel.
Okay, so we have a sprint point coming up and then a Cat 3. And then we're into the finishing climb. Gonna have to have a rider kind of one by one contribute. Going to get another descent here momentarily. Vine is getting really close to... Oh, there you go. We're gonna crest. And we descend. Any recovery coming? There we go. Now we get into recovery. I'm back to full strength. Most everybody else is not, though. Let's go ahead and have Vine use his gel. Because Groves is just about out of energy and at the front of the group chasing. And Vine's going to be the next to take over.
Only 10 kilometers left for the group at the front.
.540 to the front group. They might win the stage. But with 37 riders, this thing's going to blow up and there's going to be a lot of
Points
solo
for the
riding.
polka dot jersey will be doubled at the top of this final climb.
And we'll be at the base here in just a moment. It's a 15.4 kilometer climb, 5.8%. Cat 1, finish line right at the top of it. Vine's already nearly exhausted, so Matthews is going to come up next to ride tempo, and Bernal is going to switch to protection. So there's 39 of us. There's now 11 left at the front with class. I mean, there is quality, and Haig is only 337 down, so this is not a done deal yet, but I think covering 2 minutes won't take that long.
A good climber, Guillaume Martin always rises to the occasion when the going gets tough.
Just like that, the gap's down to 440. So very quickly, one of the 2 minutes has been pulled back with Follow Matthews for now. Now that I've made my way forward, here's Bernal
He's a good puncher.
to protect me.
You must keep a close
Ayuso
eye
was
on
the
him
other
on
one who
short
was working.
climbs.
Still at 37, so we've not been dropping anybody just yet, but we're very early in the climb. Matthews.
He does well on short
Nearly
climbs,
done.
but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win.
Okay. We'll move on from Matthews on to Bernal. And the group's starting to thin. Ayuso, who worked for a little while, is out the back. Van Aert's out the back. And the gap is down to 3.5 minutes, and the front group's starting to break up. So,
Olympic and world mountain bike champion. And his grandfather,
the Gatchers blocked me off a little bit from Bernal, but we'll follow.
And 2-stage victories on the Tour de
And
France.
he and I have some
Let's
separation.
hope for him that he has as
He and
much
I have
success.
separation.
Go, guys.
Following Bernal. Just get back on the wheel.
He's a rider who likes short, sharp
There we go.
climbs. His capabilities in the high mountains are relatively limited.
Pulled back another half minute on the front group. Bardet, is he the rider we overtook, or is he escaped?
Watch out for him. He's a
Okay,
real
they are
puncher
trying
who
to
can
chase.
come out
Those
on
guys
top
are
on any
like 20
finish with a
seconds
short
behind.
climb. But
Down
he
to
can also
22
rely
riders.
on a good turn of speed if there's a group finish.
I'm going to gel while following the
The front of the race
overtaking
is
riders.
7 kilometers
The chase groups, how far behind are they? Not far, just 11 seconds down. But we are putting them under a lot of pressure to chase and chase hard, and right now it's Bernal doing the work, not me. I'm just fine. Now it's 16 seconds ahead.
Since his transfer to Jumbo in 2022, Christophe Laporte has
And down to
really
9
made
at the front,
strides.
8 at the front.
All-round teammate, he's able to finish the job and win major races such as Ghent-Wevelgem, stages on the Dauphiné, Paris-Nice, and the Tour, as well as to take the 2023 European champion title. The lead group is 5 kilometers from the summit.
Now just 13 chasing and 24 seconds behind.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow
I'm
jersey.
going to be going solo here pretty soon. Now just 12 chasers. We're overtaking riders pretty quick. The steepness is all but done now. Pogacar has attacked and is going clear. Bernal, thank you. Thank you very much.
Understood. I'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
3.5K for
There are only
me.
3 kilometers left for the group at the front.
I'm all the way up
Will
to
there be
7th
any
position on the
before
road now.
sprint?
4 left at the front, just 50
There's
seconds
movement behind
ahead.
you.
Not sure if I can go this pace all the way to the finish line, but behind me, Pogacar is 20 seconds down,
Barely 2 kilometers
and the other
left
group's
for the group at the
40
front.
seconds down with just 9
The
riders,
chance
8
will
riders
come
left.
down to a sprint.
Now 5th on the road. 2K. Gotta slow down just a little bit. Not gonna go that far that fast. Down to 2 at the front, and they're in sight. Stephen Williams, the next one to catch.
The group at the front is under the red pennant. Victory is for one of them.
40 seconds. 40 seconds behind. I'm not sure I'm gonna catch those two. Probably not at this point. Pogacar is 40
And this
seconds
summit
down though.
finish is going to end in a sprint.
Haig has dropped Guillaume Martin to take the stage. I'm gonna get 3rd. And sprinted out for the finish. And this will open that advantage. I've got a real chance now at the overall. Due to the time trial and the time losses that I'm expecting from there. But adding 40 seconds to a minute will do wonders. It's not a mountain victory, though, as the breakaway has claimed it. I beat everybody else, though. So with one stage, one time trial remaining, I have... Oh, it's just a 1.5-minute advantage over Pogacar. I did not gain as much as I thought I did. 2 minutes to Roglic, Vingegaard 2:23, Haig 2:48. He moved way up the order with that one and closed the gap a little bit because he was about 45 seconds ahead of me. Bardet 3 minutes, Evenepoel 3 minutes, Adam Yates 4 minutes in 8th place, so teammate, good position for him. Bilbao 4:23, Carapaz 4:34, Rodriguez 5:19, Bernal 5:58. Okay, well, I think Pogacar is probably going to beat me on stage 8. So we're going to be looking more at a podium overall with just some multiple stage victories. And Conrad got enough points today, and with me not getting the overall at the finish line, I'll only get a 3rd. I'm missing out on the KOM. I've got the points classification, though. I've definitely got the young riders. Evenepoel could maybe take 3 minutes on me. We'll not know for sure. Same with the team classification. Between Bernal and Adam Yates, there might be enough quality for us to hang on to that one. But that was good and not good at the same time, right? We broke away. We gained time on everybody, but we still don't win the stage. We break away. We gain time on everybody. We still lose the KOM. We break away. We gain time on everybody. We get the points. We open the gap on our chasers, but probably not enough. So, mixed bag. The team position, like all of these things are still in jeopardy.
We now welcome the leader of the race onto the ramp for this individual time trial. He'll do his utmost to produce the best time and retain his jersey. Come on, let's give him a cheer.
Well, the whole thing is a climb from like right here. So, in theory, I'm amongst the favorites. We'll see if that's the case. That could help me see overall victory, even if I don't get a stage today.
The TT position won't be affected.
I have to kind of keep pushing out of the saddle as the TT position, it's too steep. 3 minutes so far. First time check's 11. That'll be a good indicator of where we're at, how we're doing. Venipol has the best time there right now. 10:57 is what he's doing. My target's 11:16, which would be just outside of the top, just outside of the top 5. Being that this is short and just 10K, it definitely helps the time gap maybe being more favorable. I just don't have the red bar to keep pushing, so we have to sit up. We're going to have to get out of TT for this. 6 seconds ahead of the time check that I needed, and I'm 6th overall. Okay. So that was a good first sector, but again, red bar's pretty wasted. This is the last of the climbing, though, so this is where you need to kind of get that last little push, not at the finish line. Not for 1 or 2 seconds there. It's on the climb. It's on the climb where you need it. Okay, back into the TT. And back into just pushing a bit harder, using up that last little bit of red bar. Just setting the best tempo I can on the climb, which is where I'm going to be better, right? On the climb, not on the flat. Red bar's nearly gone.
Go on. The final 2 kilometers are almost flat. Go. Flat out.
And red bar is gone. I'm locked.
You're coming to a left-hand bend. Afterwards, it will be the red pennant. Go.
Okay, out of the TT, but that's easy enough.
Come on. Only 1 kilometer left.
There's just an ounce of, like, red bar recovery through here.
Go. Right to the end.
Oh. Okay, I know I lost a few seconds at the end, but I think the climb was more important than that last few 100-meter sprint. But how did we do? First off, I don't think I lost any significant time. I don't think I lost a minute and a half. I also don't think I won. But I do think I was probably inside the top 20, top 15 maybe. Should have the overall wrapped up. And there you go. Pogacar takes the stage ahead of Roglic, Venipol, Vingegaard. I get 5th. 22 seconds down. Don't lose much time at all. Vine was 15th. Yates was 17th, both inside of a minute. Bernal was 40th. General classification, GC, I take the win by a minute 10. Roglic finishes out the podium. Vingegaard moved back up from his poor position to 4th. Evenepoel moved up into 5th with the time trial with Haig, Bardet. Yates keeps 8th. Bernal slips 1 spot to 13th, but that's a good team result, especially with the win. Disappointing that I came up 1 point short on the KOM, but it wasn't what I was writing for. Points classification did go my way. Young Rider did go my way, and we do retain the team classification in this one. That's fantastic. We did really well here. I've now got 330 points. 2 races into the calendar. And of course that puts us ahead in the team classification, comfortably doubling UAE for the time being with 400 points already. That is going to do it for this episode, though. We are going to move on into our classics. I think I'm going to be racing 3 of them. And then right into the Tour de France. I mean, I know there's another stage race ahead of us. Not much is different between that one and this one. We just claimed this one, and I think we're ready to see out what there is left to do on this. So that's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.